Hiya, so this is my anxiety video. I had planned to do this several weeks ago, if not longer, and unfortunately I wasn't doing very good at all. I wasn't in a very good place, which unfortunately prevented me from making the video that I wanted to make. This morning I went on Facebook and saw Richard Pearce had put on I hope you don't mind me naming you, put on a video about anxiety from his perspective and his own personal experience of it. Mine is slightly different. It's my own story. I have basically suffered with anxiety for 11 years now, and there's more than one type of anxiety going on. So I have the generalized anxiety, and social anxiety, which prevents me from, going to the cinema, going bowling with friends, and all these things that normally people wouldn't bat an eyelid at. I really struggle to go to the pub, anything social. As much as I want to go and do these things, there's just, it's like this massive cloud over me that just stops me from doing them. I just get this overwhelming sense of danger almost, that no, I can't go, something's going to happen. Sometimes it makes me feel literally crazy, because I can't do the simplest things. Sorry, I just had to pause the video there because my daughter came in. Yeah, so I can't do these normal things that most people can do, even though I want to. It's my anxiety stops me, and I can't seem to rationalise in my head that this is just in my head, nothing's going to happen. Occasionally I have managed to, sorry, I had to pause it again. And occasionally I have managed to talk myself down to the point where I have managed to go out and attend events and things, and afterwards I say to myself, nothing bad happened. Why was I worried? And then the next time all this worry is built up again, and I find a lot of the time the actual build up to things and doing things is so much worse than the actual doing them. I also have another type of anxiety, which is a type of health anxiety called somatic symptom disorder, which is basically, is my worst type of anxiety. It's basically, I'm overly conscious, even if I don't think that I'm thinking about it. I'm overly conscious about my body sensations all the time, in the sense that I could be sat watching a film and think that I'm, not thinking about anything, but subconsciously I'm counting my heartbeats to make sure it's not beating too fast and things like that. It's a very strange one, and it's not very often heard of. It's it's horrible to go through. It's the worst thing and feeling in the world, because my brain doesn't rationalize things. I don't get a headache and think, oh, I've got a headache, I'll take some paracetamol and go lay down. I do that, but I don't rationalize it like that in my head. I think I've got this headache because there's something really sinister and life-threatening going on, like a brain tumour or something that the doctors haven't found yet. I've had multiple ECGs, chest x-rays, brain scans, CT scans, MRI, And thankfully everything has been fine, and I have all this medical evidence to show that I am physically fine, and for some reason it's almost like a chemical imbalance in my brain. For some reason I can't comprehend that these are the facts. I still think to myself that it's something big and life-threatening, and this is every body symptom. I can get a tingly foot and I'll be thinking that, you know, it's a blood clot in my leg or something. It sounds so crazy to say it out loud. It sounds crazy, and I think this is why I haven't ever spoken out loud about it to anyone, because I was so worried that people would look at me like I was crazy. And it's really hard to live with, as well as the other type of anxiety, the generalized anxiety, the social anxiety, things like that. It's hard, especially when they're combined. So, for instance, doing my Christmas shopping, I struggled a lot. I had to do a lot of it online. When I did manage to build up the courage to go to these shops and be around all these people, which obviously I struggle with due to social anxiety, I would then, because I was panicking, because I was in a social situation, my heart rate and things, I would get all the physical symptoms of a panic attack, and therefore the somatic symptom disorder, health anxiety side of it then played a part, thinking this isn't just because I'm panicking, this is something's going wrong, I'm having a heart attack, and the two combined is just absolutely lethal. And it's so easy to let it control your life, and unfortunately I absolutely have let it take hold of my life. It's hard, really hard, especially when you have children. I don't want them to see this. I don't want them to be scared thinking mummy's poorly, or, you know, something's going to happen to mummy. I want them to see me as a fun mum that goes out and does things, and it's so hard because I absolutely adore my kids, and I constantly feel like I'm letting them down because I can't go out and do these things that I want to do. I can't take my children for a walk just to get some fresh air, because I'm so anxious and think I'm going to have a panic attack, and if I have a panic attack then I'm going to get physical symptoms and my heart's going to beat too fast and I'm going to end up having a heart attack and they're going to see it. And this is my thought process day in, day out, and it's absolute mental torture. It really is. It's so hard to live with. Even harder to explain it to people. I've never had the courage to speak up about it, because it's such a, especially the health anxiety side of it, it's such a rare form of anxiety that not a lot of people have heard of it. And the thought of speaking out about it in the past has just made me feel like people are just going to not get it at all, and they're just going to look at me like I'm Fruit Loop crazy. And I may well be right. I mean, I may put this video up and people may look at me like I'm crazy. you can't understand it unless you've been through it. But you don't always know someone's story. So I could know people that are going through the same thing and not even realise it. You may know someone that's going through the same thing that you know that you don't realise that they have it. Everyone's story is different and a lot of the time private. People don't know each other's story. So back to the generalised side of things, it's hard for me to talk about because it makes me feel like I've failed a lot. As I said at the beginning of the video, I've been like this for near on 11 years now, and I look back and think of all those years that I've wasted. I've wasted panicking and worrying about things that never actually happened. And it's frustrating because I tell myself that nothing happened, so why do I still fear those same fears when I spent so many years or wasted so many years when nothing happened, nothing came of it, nothing happened? So why am I still thinking and feeling those same fears day in, day out when I know that nothing's going to happen? But I think that's part of the whatever's going on in my head. I don't know if it's a chemical imbalance or I don't know what actually causes mental illness or depression or anxiety. It's such a complex thing. I don't think any two people that suffer with anxiety or depression or mental illness, I don't think that any two people are the same. I think it's personalised to each person. Everyone's thought process is different, everyone's story is different, everyone's type of anxiety or illness, mental illness is different. What one person might use to cope may not work for another person. Unfortunately, I have tried lots of different medications. I've tried CBT therapy, I've tried counselling, I've tried self-referrals to things like Healthy Minds. Nothing really seems to help, to be honest. It's got to the point where I am kind of, after 11 years, just coming to terms with the fact that this is how it is. This is something that I have to learn to live with and cope with, and just keep trying to find that thing that helps me personally, which I'm still looking for. Some days I watch these videos online about other people's experiences and things, and sometimes it will help me get through the day, like the video that Richard Pearse put on this morning. That motivated me to get out of bed this morning. It motivated me to make this video that I'd been planning on doing for so long, and just always let something stop me from doing it. So it's it just goes to show that these types of videos, although some of them may get bad response, which each to their own, I also think that they spread a lot of awareness, and I'm going to be doing hopefully regular videos each week. There's a lot that I want to delve into, a lot, 11 years worth of things that have built up, and I just want to just get them out, to be honest. I want to get them out to help myself and to help other people that may well be in the same situation. All I want to say before I end this video is don't be afraid to think, don't be afraid of what other people will think. I was so worried, and to be honest still am, so worried about the response I'm going to get from this video. I'm worried that people will look at me like I'm absolutely crazy. I'm worried that people will look at this and doubt my parenting or my ability to cope with my children, which is not the case. I do what I need to do to get by. It doesn't mean that it's easy, and I do struggle, but I do what I need to do. So please have no doubts there that my children are well looked after. I just hope that this helps at least one person, and just spreads awareness. And the more videos that we can get going like this from different people, the more the word is spread and the more people it's going to help. So never be afraid to speak up. So hopefully I'll be doing regular videos every week, and if you feel that you want to speak to me about anything but don't want to put it on Facebook, or just feel free to message me anytime, and I hope that you all get what help you need, and I hope you're all safe and well, and I hope you all have a good week.